Hi, this is Wilna and I am very happy to be back with another video. So this is the second page of this little series of 4 that we're going to make, and I will show you my process. So first of all, I start with a blank page, right? So I love using art techniques on my page. I think it's half for the aesthetic effect, but also for the process and just the therapy of working with media and creating art. So I'm using this beautiful stencil by Euro Arts, and you can actually click on my blog. The link will be below, where I link all the products that I use. And this is a beautiful little stencil with flowers, and I'm just scraping some light molding paste through it. And then I'm going to paint it once it's dry. So the big challenge here is to be patient enough to let your media dry completely. And that's why I work on 4 pages at once. So you can see that usually I use the same palette as well. So now I'm just going to paint a little bit of pink, and I'm mixing in a little bit of white acrylic paint just to make it a little lighter, and then I'm just going to paint over this lovely texture that I've created. Light molding paste is wonderful, and if you've never used it, I would really recommend you try it. So when I do art journaling classes in real life, I love always incorporating light molding paste, because I love the look on the students that's never worked with mixed media before. I love how amazed they are at how easy it is to work with and how fun it is, you know. So I've painted with light pink, and I'm just going to use a little bit of the orange ink. So this ink is by October Afternoon, and if you know what I'm talking about, it means that you've been in the scrapbooking world a long time because it's quite old. But a lot of beautiful colors that this company made, and I was really sad when they closed their doors. So I'm splattering with a round brush, and you can see basically all I'm doing is make sure that your brush is wet enough, and then you just want to tap over your finger, and that's how you create these splatters. So if you're afraid of trying this for the first time on your paper, just use a scrap of paper and try the try the splattering technique. It's very easy, but it takes a little bit of doing to get it, I don't know, maybe I've just been doing it for too long. The little frame that you see there that I mounted my photo behind is from iHeartStudio. I painted those frames, and you can download them from iHeartStudio. The link will also be on my blog. And now I'm just figuring out where do I want to place it. So did you see I just used a mini stapler, and I just stapled the photo behind the frame. Yep, I'm lazy like that, but that's perfect and awesome. Shortcutting the shortcut. I love those little mini staplers because I think it's an easy way to adhere things, and it's a very secure way. They won't fall off, that's what I mean. These beautiful stickers are from Crate Paper. The collection is called Good Vibes. And now I'm seeing, where do I want to add my sticker? And I think just there will be perfect. So what I actually do is I do use a little bit of hot glue at the back of the stickers as well, because eventually over years or months, the stickers do lose their stickiness, and then they fall off the page, and that is one of my pet peeves. So I would just use a tiny bit of hot glue and just make sure that everything is adhered perfectly, or you can use a sewing machine as well. So that's just a personal preference. I'm not saying I'm right, but I do just want to make sure that nothing falls off any page, ever. So one of my favorite things to do on scrapbook pages now and then is to create what I call embellishment clusters. And this is basically what I'm going to do here. I'm going to use a few stickers and chipboards, and I'm just going to make a little cluster of embellishments that's almost like the focal point of this page. And my process is by adding and taking away and see what works and what doesn't work, I just take off. So if I like something, I will just stick it down. I won't overthink it. And even if I'm like 60% happy with it, it's fine. It's just when I really feel that it's going to impact the design or the feel of the page that I would take it off, even though I have adhered it sometimes, But I love chipboard. You probably know this. Love chipboard stickers. And this is the chipboard I'm using here is by Maggie Holmes. So the link again on my blog. And I'm just going to add and take away until I'm happy. And then, and this is really how my scrapbook pages often evolve. I would say 80% of the time. As I was making this layout, I would listen to music, and this was a YouTube playlist that I made of worship songs, and the song that I was playing is called New Wine, and it's a song that I've been listening to for the last 6 months probably, and I just absolutely love it. Hillsong produced it first. The version I was listening to is by Bethel, and I just love it. So I decided to make it the theme of my page, and it's a very personal prayer. You can read the journaling on the images that I will post on my blog, and it's basically the lyrics to the song. But now, and that's why people, just want to interrupt myself, you always close your bottles. Very good. Very well. Just close the bottles, because they do fall over and you don't want to mess up everything, especially black, right? So I'm using a round brush and a piece of paper that I'm just going to practice on, and I'm just going to write New Wine, because this is the theme of the title of my page. I was inspired by the American Crafts titles that you can see there on the left hand side of my desk, and I was actually thinking of maybe making a cut file, and then I decided no, I'll just write on my page. Again, just being a little bit lazy not to go through the whole process here. And now I'm going to try it on my page, and believe it or not, I do say a prayer that I don't mess it up, because black ink is rather hard to hide. So I'm just going to write New Wine, and just breathe a sigh of relief. So now I'm probably want to splatter a little black ink just to repeat the black. And when you wet your brush thoroughly and you hold it high, the splatters are usually lovely. So you can see I'm holding my brush really high, and if it's not wet enough, it's not going to drip by itself. So you have to make sure that your brush is wet enough, and then the drops will fall. So if it's not falling, you have to add more water to it. That's just a little tip. So now I want this to dry completely, and then I will come back and finish it, because otherwise you're going to have black ink splattered all over your page. Okay, but don't do what I do, just do what I say, because obviously I didn't wait for this to dry. So for the Paint and Prayers, oh no, it was after that. I started working, I can't remember, maybe on Paint and Prayers, the workshop, the art journaling workshop. I started working with spray paint and I love it. I love using a black or white spray paint through a stencil, a doodling stencil. So if you want to Google doodle stencils, you'll find this type of stencil. I also make my own with my Silhouette Cameo. And this is a great way to add a little bit of texture to your page if you are, again, too lazy to do it with your hand. But I love the graphic look of the spray paint. And like I said, I only have 2 colors, black or white, and I love using it. So I'm just adding one more sticker, and I was thinking maybe adding a date stamp to it, because I love date stamping my pages, and I always try to remember to do it so that I know which year I created it. And now I'm just going to lay down my stencil, but I am mindful that the black ink is still wet, and if I lay the stencil on the black ink, it's going to squish and smudge. So this stencil, I think, is by Crafters Workshop. I can't remember. I bought it on scrapbook.com. Now, lay the stencil down carefully and then just spray once or twice. That's the trick of it. And yeah, your stencil is going to get dirty, your hands is going to get dirty, but you know what, it's still worth it. So very lightly, you can see how lightly I sprayed there. If your stencil is not down completely on the paper, then the markings will be a little more blurred. So it depends on what you want, right? So I'm loving this look, and I'm amazed at how big a difference just a few spritzes of spray paint can make. Right, and you can see the final page with my journaling at it. And like I said, I just wrote the lyrics of the song with a few of my own words on there. I did mount the page on a background paper. I love the background paper by Crate Paper, and it has the alphabet on it, and I love just those tiny patterns on it. I love a neutral background. I prefer it if it's just off-white or even white, and the smaller the pattern, the better. So this is the final page, and it came together really quickly. I think this whole page took me about 14 to 15 minutes. So if you're looking to make a couple of fun pages that doesn't take you a long time but amplifies the creating process, then I would really encourage you to get your products out and play with me and play along with the videos and make a page. Get creative, get your hands full of black spray paint, because what's more fun than that? Well, I'll see you soon on the interwebs with another video. I have 3 more that I want to share, and thank you for watching. Bye.